Hey there, guys. It's Mia here. I am so excited, as always. I'm so excited. I'm going to teach very simply tonight about monetizing your expertise. It's something that's absolutely available to you. And if you have been trying to figure out how to take your expertise, your education, and your experience and how to package it properly in a high valued product or service, this is going to be for you. This is absolutely going to be for you. It's also going to be for you if you are a professional and your model currently is working one to one, or maybe you are a medical professional and you're speaking to individuals and consulting them one to one. This is going to be for you because I want you to understand that what you know is very valuable when it's properly packaged. So, I'm Mia Redrick, a business and a life consultant. I got started in my company over 2 decades ago, and I simply decided that I wanted to monetize my expertise. I had a background as a corporate trainer, and I wanted to figure out how I could build the brand based on my knowledge. Like I knew that I had an ability to create results for others, and maybe you've thought about this also. It's what you do every single day in your profession, but you're trying to figure out, how do I go to work for myself? And if this is you, you're going to love this. I want to share this live also. So give me a second to make sure that it is being shared. But I want you to understand that what you know, when you package what you know the right way, it can really change your life, because it's changed my life. And I know that as a result of you being here today, this is really going to support you in thinking differently about monetizing your expertise. Let me share this really quickly. And there we go. All right. And so that we can support more people. Now, do me a favor. If you're watching this, no matter where you're watching this, share this with a friend. If you're watching this as a replay, share with a friend. If you're watching this live, share it right now and tag someone that you know who you think is absolutely awesome, and that the world needs to know what their gift is, and maybe they're keeping that gift inside. Today this live is all about monetizing your expertise, because for me, that's where everything started. I had a background as a corporate trainer, decided that I wanted to leverage a soft skill, which initially 20 plus years ago, I decided to take the systems that I had for myself in terms of helping myself in motherhood practice better self-care. And I knew that it would help other women. And I built incredible systems. And as a result of that, ended up getting signed to a number of Emmy nominated and nationally syndicated television shows as a mom strategist. But also I wrote a couple of books that ended up allowing me to open a door to do a number of corporate deals with large brands, Fortune 100 and 500 brands. And so when I speak to you tonight, I'm not talking to you about possibilities that I haven't realized myself. I've coached thousands of women literally all around the globe and showed them that you can monetize who you are, what you know, your education, your expertise, your knowledge. It could be a hard skill, it could be a soft skill. A hard skill is maybe something you've trained for. A soft skill might be something that you've acquired knowledge along the way. I have clients who are, maybe a mom coach or someone that's an organizer, and they decided that they want to launch their business. Or maybe you've got something that you've trained for, you've got some certification, you've gone to school for a long period of time, and currently the way that you're offering that service might be trading a model of trading time for dollars. This is absolutely going to be for you. Everything changed in my business when I did this one thing. Okay, so lean in for this. I decided that I would no longer just think of a service, me offering a service, as me offering a high valued product. So a lot of times when you are a professional or you're offering your services currently, you may even have a service schedule on your website of what it is that you're offering. So someone can come to your website and they can buy one of something, and maybe it's $150 for an hour. See, I had that mindset when I first got started in my business. I thought that a service was a package, but it's not. When you're thinking about offering what you do by monetizing your expertise, it really requires you to really fully value what it is that you know how to do and look at what you're offering completely differently. So, I have clients, for example, I was just talking to a client the other day who's a hairstylist. And so she was used to just kind of selling her services as a hairstylist, um, and charging just for the services that she provides. But really, if we really think about what it is that she does so much more than that for her clients. She creates true transformations for the people that she supports, and helping her understand how to package what she does at a higher level really changed her entire business and her life. I have clients who are educators who, as a result of what they do, they may run after school programs where they're supporting kids. And initially, as a result of their model, they were charging parents, let's say, $50 for a 6-week course. And when they really thought about what they were doing completely differently, by thinking about the results that they create for the educational institutions that they serve, we were able to package what they do for so much more and change the client. I want you to understand that the money is always in the model. And if you don't understand that the money that you could be making is in the model, and maybe the model you have is broken, or maybe there's a narrow view that you have around how to monetize what you're doing because you've just never seen anyone sell what you do, coaching, consulting, or license their content at a high level or as a high value product, and you're just not sure. Or maybe it's one of those things where you have created a course online, a digital course, because everyone's said, hey, create a digital course, and you've done this, and you're like me, I created this digital course, but I'm still not getting any customers. What's going on? Well, that's not what I'm talking about today. I'm not talking about building a product that is a digital course that is on your website that somebody can just buy as a, as a passive product. Those are great products, but what we're talking about is monetizing what you do for $2,500 or more. Most of my clients sell what they do per client for $2,500 to $25,000 per client. And the reason that people pay them is because they've learned a system on how to monetize their expertise. They are not selling what they do as a service, as a one-off. They're not selling what they do as a digital course that someone can just go and purchase for $97. What they're actually offering their clients is a system, their system for results. And if you don't know how to build out what that system looks like, how to put it in a package, or what the full system is that you could offer, that's what I see all the time. Really brilliant people who already are creating tremendous results for their clients, but they have no idea how to take what they're doing and look at it completely differently. For example, maybe you're a therapist, you support people around a specific type of trauma, and as a result of what you do, people are getting breakthroughs and in tremendous ways, and your process could really benefit others at a really high level. Maybe understanding how to package what you were doing completely differently and how to price it based on the level of results and transformation that you're bringing would really make a big difference for you. Maybe understanding how to market and who to market to, and so that you can position yourself in a way differently than what you're doing currently, which is people kind of find out about you from some shared website, or they go to your website and then they click on some hourly link. I know I just called you out, but literally I have clients who have a professional background where they have worked this in therapy or in counseling in many different ways, and I show them many ways that they can monetize and get really great contracts doing what they're doing. Or maybe it's that you are a trainer, and if you're a trainer, you're awesome at what you do, but maybe up until now you haven't thought about like how you can take your background in training and create your own proprietary method that you could offer and sell to another organization. And if you do have those methods, it could even be that you just have never thought about how to market those things, how to price those things at high ticket to get in front of your ideal client. Let me explain. When you're monetizing your expertise, this is not just about increasing your prices, which is where I think a lot of people have gone wrong, right? Like thought about like, I just want to increase my fees. No. When we're talking about monetizing your expertise, we're talking about you offering based your services, right? Your packages based on the results that you can get for others. And there's so many benefits to being able to offer what you do from that perspective. Like instead of you just having services on your website that anybody can pick, what if you decided to specialize in what you do? And as a result of that, people come to you for a said result. Does that make sense? I mean, I've supported hundreds of women being able to take their knowledge, put it in a structure that's highly valuable, showing them how they should properly price what they do based on their background, their gifts, their talent, their education, not what anybody else is doing. Because if you copy someone else's prices from their website, and they don't know their value, you get their value. And I find that having coached so many clients over the years, most folks don't know how to come up with what they should be charging. Or what if you learned how to position your marketing so instead of you hunting for customers, okay, that your ideal customers are coming to you every single day and they're reaching out to you to work with you. To me, that's the ideal thing. And the reason that your ideal customers are going to come to you and want to work with you is based on your reputation. It's going to be based on the results. It's going to be based on your process. It's going to be based on the transformation that you bring your audience. It's also going to be based on what I think is one of the things that most people are missing, is the sales process. Because running a business is more than just having a great package or having a great product, but it's also, if you want to monetize your expertise, you got to know how to have a strategic sales conversation with your ideal customer. And ideally, that conversation is not a conversation that changes often, depending on who you're talking to. It's a process that you built, that you create for your company, and it's a proven process that works over and over again and allows you to convert your audience. Are we clear? Is this making sense? And if you're watching the replay here, I want you to write, this is absolutely making sense. Now, today, what I wanted to do was do a live, and I wanted to talk about monetizing your expertise, because I want you to understand that like what you're leaving on the table is the thing that's getting in the way of you living your best life, like literally. So if you are trading time for dollars, if you're charging by the hour, it means that it's very difficult in that type of model to scale, right? That means that to charge more and to have more time, because in order for you to make more money, you have to work with more people. So if you're already working, let's say 50 hours a week, working with folks one-to-one, do you want to work 25 more hours a week in order for you to earn income? Probably not, right? So when I say the money is in the model, the money is absolutely in the model, knowing how to monetize your expertise, building out your high valued service or product so that you can get in front of your ideal customers the first time, so that you also understand you don't have to work with as many people. Because if you've got the right model and you're monetizing properly, you can work with a lot less people and help the people that you're working with get higher level results, because you can charge more, right? Because you can guarantee what you're doing. Is this making sense? Are you following along? So a lot of times people have this all wrong. Like for vanity purposes, they feel like, look, if I've got 100 people in front of me and they're all paying me $97 a month, that's great. And that is a profitable, obviously a profitable business. But imagine if you scale that back, and instead of working with 100 people in over a course of 30 days, which is very time consuming if you're working with them one-to-one, what if you had an ability to work with people one-to-many? And you could guarantee the results that you were bringing to your ideal audience, right? And consistently over and over again, you could create results. One of the things that I'm very proud of are the kind of results that we are able to create as a result of the work that I do, for the women that I've worked with. We have hundreds of results, and, old clients, new clients, because if you're great at what you do, consistently create results. If you want to monetize your expertise, I think one of the things that's going to be really important for you this upcoming year is for you to get real. Okay. Get real. Okay. Around what is it that you really need. And this is something that I think so many people get mixed up. What you actually need is a full solution approach to your problem. You don't need a Band-Aid. You probably don't need to focus on just building out a funnel or building out your website or anything like that. You likely need a full turnkey solution. It's something that I teach during my Giant Experience Master Training. You can always check it out, called thegiantexperience.com. And it's a full solution that's trained hundreds of smart, sharp women on how to package their expertise into a high value product online or offline. It shows them how to package what they're doing, take their background, their gifts, and how to put it in a structure they can monetize. It shows them how to price and value their background, their gifts, their talents, their results, so that their prices are distinct to them instead of some cookie cutter approach to charging what it is that they do. And let me just say this, that if you don't know why you came up with the price that you came up with, it's very difficult to walk your clients through the pricing because you actually don't believe it. Listen, I'm telling you the truth. And the third piece is knowing how to position yourself in the market as the obvious choice. Listen, if you're great at what you do, you're going to have tons of copycats. And I could talk about that all day long. Like, you're going to have copycats that see what you do and they're going to put a script up, especially today, and they're literally going to read what you say, your words, what you're doing, because they're believing in their minds that what you do is the highest level of result that they need to do. But I want you to understand this, and you've heard it from me, is that all of my successes come from me being authentically myself. And all of your success is going to come from you being yourself, having the confidence and the wherewithal to understand what it is that you know how to do to create results for your ideal clients. And let me break this down for those of you who have seen what I call creative duplicators out there, who see what you're doing and they have likeness, right? Like, to what it is that you're doing, because I hear it all the time. I've certainly experienced it myself, but it's irrelevant. They're like gnats, right? Like, you know how gnats are pesky, but at the end of the day, they're relatively harmless, because if someone copies what you do and they still can't get results for the people that you serve, then those people who you're meant to serve are still out there needing you. So you just got to show up, be 100% who you are. That's one of the things that I love about what I do consistently. Old, new, borrowed, blue. We create amazing results for our clients because everything that I teach them, I've done myself. I haven't copied it from someone else. I'm not making it up. You know what I mean? It's not theoretical. And I want you to hear what I'm saying, but think about you and in your own business. When you're choosing who you are going to be in your business, you want to be the real deal. And that means that you have an ability to create results for people based on what you know. And you can stand behind that. If I were blindfolded right now, you know what I mean? And I had to just work with someone in 5 minutes and show them how to package their expertise, because it is my zone of genius, I can do it just like that. And I want you to think about that thing that you know how to do, where you can do it just like that. All right. And then the fourth thing is knowing how to close and sell, like literally how to get in front of your audience, and what's your process that for your company, and what should you be saying, and what should you be giving out to your clients so that you can close and sell, and how do you build whatever script that you need. And if you don't know how to do that, then you need to get around someone that has a proven system that can show you how to do that. And it has nothing to do with sometimes the things that we think we need to do to monetize our expertise, which is like the vanity stuff, like build pretty packages, beautiful images, lots of beautiful postcards that, you get maybe your team or you are creating on Canva. Those things don't sell. Most people aren't selling things from their websites. The reality is that you want to be so good that you're undeniable, that your phone is ringing, your DMs are full, people are coming to you over and over again because of the results that people see over and over again, which make you undeniable. Like, I really don't sell many things from my website, and I don't really focus on those things that much because people write me all the time. They DM me every day to ask me how they can work with me. They text me, they write me. And you need a process that allows your ideal clients to see that you are the real deal, because it'll allow you to monetize your expertise completely differently, and competition becomes irrelevant. And I say this because I think this will help you guys, but I spent last year, I wanted to do a test, and I was like, what if I am not online every week? What if I don't, will I still be able to monetize? Well, will I be able to build my audience? And the audience grew by like 40%, sales were up. And it was so funny because I only did 12 lives in like 1 year. I did a lot of replays, but only did 12 lives. And I wanted to see if what I knew would work, because not every one of my clients is online, and you don't need to be. If you thought that there's just one way, there's more than one way to be able to get in front of your ideal clients, monetize your expertise. There are people who want to work with you right now who aren't online. They're not on Facebook. They're not on TikTok. They're not on LinkedIn or Twitter or any of those platforms or Instagram. They are somewhere else, right? And I can tell you that I show my clients often where that somewhere else is so they can get in front of their audience. And that's a really great way to be able to monetize your audience, also to know where is your audience and what is the best way for you to reach out to them that is unseen, right? That people just don't know, can't find, because online, a lot of times, people who have nothing better to do, or who are what I call bottom feeders, spend their time trying to figure out what other people are doing that's great, right? So that they can take off the breadcrumbs, right? Little crumbs from that. But there's so many different ways to be able to get in front of your audience today. When I first started my business years ago, it was before we had like Facebook and all of those things. We just had Twitter. And none of my clients really came from social media in that way. I did a number of large corporate deals, and I was never in front of folks like this kind of live situation. So it's about being expansive as well. When you start thinking about getting in front of your audience, it's about working with someone that has a multifaceted approach that's distinct to you, for you to get in front of your audience and sell what you have for high ticket. If I can support you in any way, I want to encourage you to reach out. You can always go to my website at miaredricks.com and book a call. Let me see if I can grab the link for you. 1 second. I'm going to grab a link where if you just want to have a conversation with someone that can help you figure out, how you might take your knowledge and package it into a high valued product. You're looking to monetize your expertise. I'd love to be able to support you in doing that, either me or a member of my team. And we have an amazing track record of being able to support people with doing exactly that. I would say that's a great first step for you, or to check out the Giant Experience Mastertraining.com for those of you who have been watching me over and over again, and more importantly, who have been watching, I'm going to post that here, who have been watching the kind of results that we have consistently created for smart, sharp, highly actionable, and investment-minded women, because you don't get to create what you want and not be investment-minded. And imagine that if you're looking to attract women who are investment-minded, you have to be the change, right? You've got to be the example of what that looks like. I hope that there's something that I've said to you today that has got you thinking, will get you thinking, will get you to move, will get you to make a call, or take take that step, or in that big action, because it'll make all the difference for you this upcoming year. Monetizing your expertise is where it's at. I've built my entire business literally understanding how to package what I do in the most valuable way. And I'd love to show you exactly how you too can do this. It's absolutely possible. Now, for those of you who are just joining me, good to see you. I'm Mia Redrick, right? Business coach. And what I talked about today was monetizing your expertise. And I just spoke from my heart. And I want you to know that what you know is exceptionally valuable when it's properly packaged. And you will have your greatest success being authentically who you are, right? Solving the problems for others that you have already solved in your life. They have to be structured in a certain way. The money is always in the model. So learning how to take what you want to do and put it in a high value structure that's distinct to what you do is where it's at. Okay. And if you don't know how to do that, I encourage you to reach out. I'd love to support you in doing that. And I think that the other thing that I mentioned is the importance of having what I call a full solution. And this is where so many people are missing it today because of like the shiny objects, right? Because everybody wants to get rich quick. But the truth of the matter is that you want to build a process that once you get yourself free, you can stay free. You want to build a process where if you've got $5,000 months where you start making an extra $5,000 a month based on packaging what you're doing, or $10,000 a month, or and they eventually grow for you so that you can literally step into building a business that can create some transition for you, a business that can replace your income, a business that gives you the options to travel and do whatever it is that you would like. And I think that a lot of times that people think that if they're creating these quick online courses that they're not built the right way, and it's the reason why you haven't sold what you have. Like, it's beautiful, because I see it all the time when people book calls with us and I'm on a call. I look and I'm like, wow, this is beautiful. But the problem is the essence of what they put together is a service, and it isn't actually a full package that really values what they can do for a client. And if you don't know how to do that, you need some insight on how to take what you're doing, how to put it in a structure that is the most valuable, right? It can really make a big difference for you. And you've got to understand that the money is always in the model. So it's not just doing the work, right? It's not just that, because there are tons of people doing the work. But a lot of times women, and women of color specifically, have just never learned the benefits of how to leverage what they're doing. And it's just a different way to run your business and run your company. And it's something that's available to every single person, even you. But you got to lean into that. And then understanding that when someone is paying you, they're paying you for the transformation that you bring to them. And I think this is a miss for so many people. It's like they're undervaluing, undercharging what they're bringing to the table, not recognizing like people are paying you for full transformation. And I think when you put together what you have, you're putting together packages that where you can deliver an amazing result for a client. And sometimes we're just too close to our own skills and talent, and we can't see what we really can do for others. And that's where the insight of a coach comes in, because it really helps you to really get perspective around what it is that you know how to do and how you do it in a way that's distinct and different than most. And then positioning, I talked about as well. And that is understanding that when you have your system for how you get results for your clients, you're positioned differently. Like, clients come to you again and again to work with you because of the results and transformation that you bring, and you become the obvious choice. And you don't have to go out here hunting for clients or bottom feeding like so many feel like they have to, because they believe there's a small subset of people to work with. It's just not true. There are tons of people out there right now who want to reach out to you. I mean, I had people reach out today. I think we had 3 appointments that of folks that for high level services that reached out to us today. Why? Because your reputation speaks for itself. And when you have a product that allows you to build a fine reputation because you package properly, competition is irrelevant, because folks are coming to you because of what you can do for them, and they've heard about it. And then also knowing how to sell and close, which is essential. You can be awesome at what you do, but if you fumble the ball every time there's someone in front of you that wants to work with you, maybe they're asking you questions and you don't know how to answer it, or maybe you don't have a great sales process, or you don't have a systematic way to be able to offer what you're bringing to the table, whether it's online or offline, like you're in person, that's essential. And if you don't have that, you have to have that. I see this a lot with a lot of my professionals, because in what they're doing professionally, they've never been in front of the money in their workplace. And so now they're in their companies and they don't have any sales experience, and they're trying to figure all of that out. And it's really confusing for them, like that whole sales process. In many cases, they don't have the steam for it even, right? The muscle for it, because great sales also comes with sometimes no's, and knowing how to handle objections and what to say, how to say it, and not taking things personally is all a part of the process as well. So that's what I talked about today. That's what I shared with you. I hope that this will support you in trusting yourself enough to take that chance, take that risk, and to monetize your expertise. If I can be of support in any way, check us out. Either book a call with us or sign up for the master training. Hundreds of women have already said yes to a master training. It's run for the last 4 years. We've supported so many clients, hundreds of them, in really going from no product or a low ticket product to being able to sell what they do for 5, 10, $15,000, $25,000 per client. And I know that we could support you too, as long as you have an ability to create results for others and you're willing to do the work. All right. Love you. I hope that you have a great and amazing rest of your day, no matter when you're seeing this. And be sure to share this, leave your comments, and to like this, because that's how we get the word out and let other folks know that this is possible. You can monetize your expertise, and this year can be your best year ever. It can be your 6-figure year. It could be your year where you have your 10-figure, your 10K months, your 50K months, your 100K months. It starts with understanding how to monetize your expertise. Are we clear? All right. So it was great speaking with you tonight, and I'll talk to you soon.